Hello dear viewers, welcome back to our channel, where we record the most extreme and wonderful journeys of humans in conquering the ocean. Today, we will follow Japanese fishermen, sea warriors, on their journey to hunt down creatures that are both fierce and mysterious, giant squids in the open sea. Without using modern machinery, they only bring fishing lines tens of meters long, sharp hooks and calloused hands, to directly confront deep-sea creatures weighing tens of kilograms. This is not simply a fishing trip. This is a war between humans and the ocean. We invite you to board a fishing boat, leave the mainland, overcome the storms and reach the middle of the ocean, where giant squids hide underwater hundreds of meters deep. The fishermen, their faces tanned, their eyes focused, their hands familiar with fishing lines and old scratches, all ready for the day to begin. On deck, each handmade hook is meticulously prepared. There are no automatic machines, no modern fishing rods, just long, hand-woven lines, rolled into bundles, lowered inch by inch into the depths of the sea. They choose their fishing spots not based on GPS or modern radar, but on experience, the feeling of those who have lived their whole lives on the waves. The sea has its own scent, its own currents, its own colors and movements, and the veteran fishermen feel it all. They know where the giant squid will lurk, where the deep, dark waters are home to giant creatures with tentacles like weapons and bodies that glow softly in the dark. The long lines are lowered slowly. Each line has a large, sharp iron hook attached and is wrapped with live fish bait or other fishy-smelling pieces of bait, attracting the squid's attention. After hours of waiting, a slight tug, like a slap on the palm, signals that a creature is trying to swallow the bait. The fishermen do not rush to pull it up. They wait patiently for a few more seconds, a few minutes, then suddenly pull hard. A squid has taken the bait. The first pull is a challenge. The giant squid is not easily subdued. It struggles violently underwater, its long tentacles lashing the fishing line as if trying to sever all connections. Its huge body twists and turns in the deep water, creating a weight no less than that of an adult human, but the fishermen do not flinch. They wrap the line around their hands, using their entire bodies as a fulcrum, pulling bit by bit as if climbing a wall of rope. Each pull is a muscular battle, sweat pouring out in the salty sky and sea. Finally, a giant black shadow appeared under the water, a squid more than a meter long, with a dark purple-blue body, and tentacles struggling desperately, was gradually pulled to the surface. It did not scream, but its big round eyes contained anger and a strong survival instinct. The fisherman used a net to pull it onto the deck. With a strong struggle, the squid sprayed black ink everywhere, like a final revenge. But it did not stop at one. Each time they caught, they could pull hundreds of them like that, if the weather was favorable and the sea was not too harsh. Each fishing line, each hand pull was repeated hundreds of times. Their hands were bleeding, their bodies were exhausted, but their eyes were still full of determination. For them, squid was a source of life, a meal, an income, a pride in the tradition their ancestors left behind. On the ship, the processing team also got into gear. Fresh squids are washed with seawater, skinned, and the internal organs are removed, then cut into pieces to preserve their freshness. Some particularly large squids are kept intact and put into cold storage. Reserved for high-end restaurants. Japanese squid are world famous not only for their size but also for their sweetness, elasticity, and unbelievable freshness, all of which starts with those arduous hand pulls. As the sun begins to set, the train turns back to shore. Hundreds of giant squids caught throughout the day are on board. The sunset covers the deck, dyeing the remaining drops of seawater red. The fishermen rest on the wooden deck. Still holding onto their fishing lines, as if they can't let go of them. Every calloused hand, every scratch is proof of a day of fighting the ocean, where there is no room for weakness. When the train docks, the crates of squid are transferred ashore, taken straight to seafood markets, restaurants, or cold storage facilities for export. That is when the sweat of the fishermen turns into real value. Each giant squid can sell for tens to hundreds of dollars, depending on the size. Freshness and market. But for them, the real value is not in money. It lies in continuing an ancient profession, the manual squid fishing with hand lines, a profession that machines cannot completely replace. That tradition lives on not only through the older men but also passed on to the younger generation. Young boys follow their fathers to sea for the first time, hold a fishing line for the first time, see their blood mixed with seawater for the first time, fight a giant sea creature for the first time, and also understand the hardships of life.